Why you shouldn't watch porn. I'm Dr. Trish Leigh. Let me tell you why in this Monday motivation video. Okay, someone commented last week and asked me to put more fear into the videos that I make because fear is a major motivating factor. And I wrote back that I'm not a fear mongerer. If you get the sense of me, you know that fear's not the way to go. There's only two true emotions. There's fear, which you can run from, and there's love, which you can run to. All emotions fall into those two categories, essentially, when you keep peeling back the layers. So I would rather you run towards love and happiness and purpose and connection instead of running away from fear and isolation and depression and anxiety and pain. I would rather you run towards instead of away. So what I came up with in my mind is that to motivate you away from the fear towards the love, reminding you why you are leaving pornography behind. And I got to tell you, when you listen to the list, there's a little bit of fear in there too, if you can look for it. So I'm going to give you the list of things that pornography consumption will create in your life if you don't leave the habit behind. Now, this is for people who are watching porn frequently, consistently, especially if you're ramping up the intensity, if the sessions are getting longer. I'm talking to you that over time, the brain mechanisms that have been damaged and changed from pornography consumption early on are hardwiring themselves into your brain. It's becoming your new neural network. So when you use that neural network over and over and over, it is becoming your new norm. At the same time, tolerance is building and habituation is happening so that you will continually need more and more and more and more intensity. And what it creates is side effects. If you watch the side effect video I made, and the acting out behaviors will increase, which is also in that video. So here is what pornography consumption creates in people's lives. We know that a major motivating factor and something that people fear is getting porn-induced erectile dysfunction. Let me tell you, this is real. I will tell you the science behind it supports it, but I don't even have to tell you that. If you look at people's comments, people are suffering with erectile dysfunction at younger and younger ages, proven by science. And more men are struggling with erectile dysfunction. Do not let that be you. Because if you have erectile dysfunction, you can't be with your honey in the real world because you literally can't physically. And it's coming from your brain. I talk to so many people who go to their urologist and their primary care physicians who don't know about the impact of pornography on the body, the brain and the body, and they're struggling with erectile dysfunction and they don't leave porn behind. Even when they do leave porn behind, it can take a long time for that to come back. So erectile dysfunction, if you want to go with a fear-based reason or motivator, there you go, because it impacts your ability to be with people in the real world. Okay, so first I'm going to go to the cognitive. I'm going to go cognitive, I'm going to go mental, psychological, then we're going to go back to physical. And then to wrap it up, we'll talk about how you can be successful in leaving pornography behind. Okay, mental cognitive is thinking, memory, brain fog, inability to get your work done, inability to enjoy your work anymore, inability to enjoy being with your family because your brain gets so much dopamine from your porn sessions, it can't get that amount of dopamine in the world, which means you're no longer happy in the world. You have to go back for pleasure seeking in your porn sessions. That's why it escalates. So you can't think well, your feelings are disrupted. We know that there's less interest in your partner. And of course there is, because if you're watching, seeming pleasurable experiences with people who are younger than your partner and wilder than your partner, your brain gets coupled to that. So then when you go to be with your partner, it doesn't do it for you because you don't get the dopamine levels. We know that anxiety increases. We know that depression increases, irritability, anger, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. We know that psychological issues like depression, we know that mood disorders, we know general malaise, just not feeling good most of the time, being at 30% of your full potential capacity. I don't want that for you. We know that relationships are strained, divorce increases 2 times, breakups increase 2 times the amount when someone watches pornography. The impact is real. We know that there is multi-generational transmission of sexually addictive patterns. This means your children are at risk because you have the behavior. Your behaviors are all over the place because of your habit, and your children pick up on that even if they don't know. We know also there's a genetic component to it, but watch my video on epigenetics because you can rise above your genetics. That's what epigenetics means. Okay, so then physically you don't feel strong, you don't feel well. We know that scientifically that men have lower self-esteem, they have lower body images, that they're performance oriented instead of enjoying their experiences in the world. The impact is real. The whys are so real. Okay, so what it does to your brain, and the reason that those whys happen is because you are putting your brain in the extremes, where your brain is using much too much extra fast speed, much too much extra slow speed. Out in the extremes, the pendulum swings. Now the way out is to increase calm focus in the middle, organically heal your brain so that you're producing this calm focus mode and you're no longer out here. Okay, so how are you going to do that? That's the last thing in this video. Simon Sinek is an author who wrote a book and did a TED Talk on the premise of start with why. And in this video, I want to encourage you to start with your why. If you have a spouse or a girlfriend or a boyfriend, someone that you love, and you don't want the impact that I just talked about to show up in your world, that's a great why. If you want a partner in the future, we know that if you keep going back to pornography, all the things I just talked about will happen, and you will be less likely to attract a partner to you. So you can attract a partner. There's someone out there for everyone, but you have to leave the habit behind. If you want to be able to think across your lifetime, if you want your brain to work when you're 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, work at its best, you have to leave the habit behind. If you want to feel calm and focused, if you want to be in flow, if you want to stay in that state, in the zone, all through your days and your life and enjoy your life, that's why you need to leave porn behind. Start with your why. So I encourage you today, write down your whys. What are the most important things in your life? And then go back to what I teach you in these videos and see how you are disrupting your ability to get to your why. You're either moving towards your why with your actions, or you're moving away from your why with your actions. So make sure your actions move you towards your whys in life, the thing that you want to do. I want to be a great partner to my husband, so I take action steps to be a great partner to my husband, which is why we have such a great relationship. He does the same thing for me. I want to be a good mom, so I do a lot of great momming. And I know that my kids think I'm a great mom because my action steps show them I'm a great mom. So you go and do that. Hopefully you think that I am we won't say great, but we'll say decent teacher here. I make these videos because I want you to learn. And so I put my heart and my soul into them. And so at the end of the day, my why is to teach you about the dangers of pornography and give you the tools to leave it behind because it can be so addictive. That's my why. So I take action steps every day. The days I'm tired, I get up and I make videos, even though I might look a little haggard because I'm tired, but I make them anyways. My action steps are informed by my why. My why tells me what I'm going to do each day. Make sure your why is moving you towards your goals. not farther away from them. Okay, have an amazing week. Go rock it out. Stay strong. You're stronger than you think. And remember, control your brain or it'll control you.